Hey everybody, Big Yo Gamer here, and well, we're over 24 hours removed from the Sony event. PlayStation 4 Pro, I did a quick reaction video starring one of my cats, and everybody seemed to love that. I just kind of watched part of it, see what I said. We didn't know specs right as we got to Game Ramblings, which we did a special show yesterday. You need to go watch Game Ramblings. It was a special show about PlayStation and all the stuff that came out. Everything's, I like to say, baked for 24 hours. I've seen ReviewTechUSA and just now Boogie2988 give some impressions, and thankfully I was not overreacting. I think I have a lot of negative things to say about Sony, because here's the title of this video: Sony, what are you thinking? That event was the most boring event I've ever seen in my life. Welcome to the PlayStation event. There's cool things you'll see here. We shall now show you the PlayStation Slim. It's over here. Wow, that is a horrible, that's a voice I'm gonna have to use much more. But it just was like, they ran through the PlayStation Slim, they showed it off real quick, and it's just a new Slim. It's gonna take over and be the primary PS4, coming at $299. And then they moved on, and it's just like, this is what you slap copyright strikes against Player Essence and other bigger, decent sized YouTubers, for you to half-ass it in a couple minutes. You didn't talk about the fucking controller. They didn't mention the controller. They skipped the controller, even though that should have been like 2 minutes. We've slightly designed the new controller, and it has a little bit of colors. You get to see your color bar up through here. It's just a slight redesign. We hope you like it. Nothing. And yes, after they got off the stage, there's a lot more of it I need to catch up on. But if it's not on the stage, I don't count it. That was the stage. That was the time to show it off. So they went through this, and let me go back to Slim. It has nothing at 4K other than what's built into the PlayStation. It could do 4K streaming at 30 frames per second. It will have HDR back patch from the Slim and the normal version I got. But it really can't do 4K 60 frames per second or 60 hertz. It can't upscale the games. It has no Ultra 4K Blu-ray player, and the Xbox One S is a better deal. I've already said this. Sony, why the fuck did you make the Slim? It's stupid. It's worthless. Yes, they took out the optical link. I heard all these people, you don't need optical link. A lot of people do. They're not saving that much money taking that link out. It's retarded. Microsoft has taken it out. Okay, they took out that link, made it slimmer, and added nothing to it. For a $50 savings, that thing should be $249. It shouldn't be that expensive. It is not worth it. And if you just get into the gaming consoles, I'd tell somebody to buy an Xbox One S. It's a better deal. All around 4K player, not true 4K gaming with the current stuff, but yes, if a developer took a small indie game and start at 4K, it would be a 4K game. Many people say it can't make 4K games. Yes, it can, if a developer starts at 4K and makes sure it doesn't pass the power of the Xbox One S. Yeah, it can. But what they got now? No, it's upscaled. So the Xbox One S is better than the PlayStation 4 Slim. The PlayStation 4 Slim is a waste. All you did was take out a port, which is kind of used by a lot of people. A lot of headsets use this. There's a lot of headsets that use it. Some people use for consoles and surround sound systems, and you really didn't take much off the price, and your competition, Microsoft, is kicking your ass. Then we move on to the PlayStation 4 Pro. You're pro. Yeah, bro, Shat, you're pro if you got this machine. Yeah, and we just kind of, we bumped the GPU, but we left out Ultra 4K Blu-rays, but we held the patents to those, but we're not going to use them. You put your Pro machine out that can't even play your standard Blu-rays at Ultra 4K, and you touted, this is 4K, this is HDR, look at all the colors, there is awesome amount of colors, watch as we change this image. See all these pretty colors. I'm getting pretty good at that, isn't I? And fucking sold us on 4K TVs. Alpha Mega Sam was tweeting it. Are they selling us the PlayStation or a fucking TV? I agree. And you didn't even put a 4K Ultra 4K Blu-ray player. You are a fucking moron, Sony. Your $299 competitor, the Slim, the Xbox One S, can do 4K Blu-rays. Well, they want to save money. Eat the money. You are ahead at 40-something, probably close to 50 million PS4s. Who knows? More than Xbox. And Xbox outsold you last month because they put out a cheap 4K all-around Xbox One S. People are going to not buy your stuff because you won't get with it. Now let's look at the PS4 Pro. It is a joke. I got these specs. Remember these specs that were leaked months ago? Somebody really did take them off a fucking table or somebody. And I'm going to go through them. The differences. The differences of the GPU were PS4 was 1.6 gigahertz. PS4 Neo, now Pro, is 2.1. None of this except the teraflops has been confirmed. Nobody's got to tear this down. But come on, these leaked specs, all you got to go is WCCF Tech and find these leaks a few months ago. They're out there. These are probably what is in this Pro. The GPU of the PS4 is Pitcairn, and it's Polaris in the PS4. Control units 18, now 36. System processors 1152 versus 2304 to be determined. GPU clock 800, now 1900 or 911 megahertz. Memory clock effective 1375 to 1703 megahertz. Memory bus is the same. And see, here's rated floating point teraflops: 1.84 teraflops, 4.19 teraflops. It's 4.2 teraflops. It's right there. They just round it up. Bandwidth: 176 gigabits per second memory, or the bandwidth on the not the memory. Excuse me, just the bandwidth is 176 gigabits per second versus 218 gigabits per second. Unified memory. I think this is the bandwidth, the memory bandwidth. It's still 8 gigs and 8 gigs. It's still 8 gigs. Processor was 28 millimeter planar, and then it went to a 14 nanometer FinFET. And that was months ago. Months ago. And the only thing we have to go on this that makes this look right is it's still the same amount of memory. It's 4.2 teraflops. This, I bet you the rest of this is the same damn thing. They just bumped up the CPU a little bit. They bumped up, to 3 more teraflops. And this is from months ago. And I was sure that Sony would not go around this. And everybody says, stop with the teraflops. I'm tired of it. For Sony and Microsoft, they're on a pissing war, and this is what they're all about. If they're going to go out there and bitch about it, fine. For the NX, I just hope it's powerful enough. I'm not going to get into the NX on this. I hope it's powerful enough that it does well. Right now, I just want a fucking thing to come out. Another discussion. But for Sony and Microsoft, they're about these fucking teraflops. They're breaking the goddamn console cycles. Then it needs to be. Then I'm going to talk about teraflops and power, because that's what they're wanting to do. I'm looking up the PlayStation 4's release. The PlayStation 4 was released in 2013, November 15th. Yes. I know I am being a picky old gamer. I'm the picky son of a bitch that I am. They are 5 days from not even hitting 3 years old, and they've got a new PlayStation 4. November 10th, 2016 versus November 15th, 2013. This re-upping is, they can't even wait 3 whole fucking years. I know it's 5 days. People are going to be like, oh, you're an idiot. I don't fucking care if people think I'm an idiot. It's the point. They've had this shit done for months, 2.5 years, bam, they got a new device out. Their competitors, Microsoft says, we got 6 teraflops of power. And yes, you go back, look at the Scorpio thing. 320 gigabits per second memory. This thing is a beast. And we still get this. With no Ultra 4K Blu-ray player. PlayStation 4 Slim has no advantage, no 4K, not as much 4K ability as the Xbox One S. And then they didn't even talk about VR stuff. VR will be better. It will be better on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I hope you enjoy it. They just mumble through it, and it's like somebody died. And I hope to God nobody on that PlayStation event, their family member, somebody, they didn't come from a funeral or something. I'm serious. I don't want to say that and find out somebody did pass away, but it's like their best friend left, their best friend died, their pet died, their significant other died. Everybody was just out there. Okay, hey. I got to watch most of it at home. My gaming PC's right next to my work computer. I got yanked into work. Work comes first, and I turn my head. It's over. And I looked at the prices. I had to do work, and I went back. No, they're not coming out to 2016. Yeah. And they ran through it, tried to sell you on 4K, tell you why the PS4 Pro is awesome, when it's not really that awesome compared to next year when the Scorpio comes out. It's a decent price. It has a lot of features. They can't even put their own fucking Ultra 4K Blu-ray standard into it. And then they rush through it. They don't even talk about the DualShock 4. They don't talk about the PlayStation VR. And let's talk about the PlayStation VR real quick. I'm 11 minutes, but I knew I was going to ramble. You have the VR, a $500 fucking device coming out in October. And you have a $400 device coming out in November. What the fuck? Even IGN was sitting there. They had this look on their face. What are they doing? They're going to cannibalize. What are they doing? I mean, they had this look like, what the hell? And they had the hands-on. Will they get one? Somebody said, no, not really. I'm not going to get one. It's not worth it right now. I knew this whole fucking re-upping the generations was stupid. You fucked up, Sony. And yes, Microsoft, you're going to come out and do it, but you know what? You make Microsoft has done so poorly for a while. They're doing a lot better with Xbox One. They may end up taking this generation or this level. We can't even talk about generations. Sony and Microsoft have ruined generations of consoles for us. Thank you, guys. They may just up and kick Sony's ass. Because it'll be so far out there, it'll be probably right at 4 years, which is okay to re-up, and they're like, 6 teraflops, big ass beast machine, come get some, where this is a Scorpio, whatever it becomes. And here's Sony going, but the Pro is good. The Pro's great. Okay. Do the math. There's almost a PlayStation 4 of teraflop power between them now. I don't know. I'm so glad I'm not buying into these consoles. I'm glad that there's forward compatibility with Sony that I can be able to play my fucking PS4 for a while, but I don't play my Xbox One, but I'm going to keep it for Crackdown 3 whenever that fucking thing comes out. And things like Spellbound, a few things out like that, and I'm going to play them. And I'm going to get a CPU upgrade here soon for my computer and a case, and then I'm going to replace that 770 with probably a 900. Probably just going to give me a 1070, so put back and save up for. I'll have a machine next year that is a fucking Scorpio, more than a Scorpio, and it's a computer, and I already got 16 gigs of RAM. I'm just going to transplant some stuff over. I'm really going to try to start playing more computer games. I'm tired of the console. The only console I am looking forward to now, and I'm going to buy some stuff on the PlayStation. I'm going to look at my buddy. Do you want to play stuff on the PlayStation on the couch? Do you want to play it on the computer? And that's how we're going to buy our stuff. I'm going to put more. I just bought another fucking PlayStation 4. I'm going to play it. But Sony has completely just deflated me in how they even care about how they're doing things. They had no passion when they came out there, and I don't know what the fuck's their problem. I hope there was nothing wrong with them, but I think Nintendo kicked them square in the balls being out there with Apple, and everybody saying, that's not nice, Nintendo didn't do that. It's called business, bitches. Get over it. Nintendo is showing people they're not gone. It's called business. If that's what Sony got shook up about, and I think Cyrus was really saying this last night, get over it, Sony. Your Pro is not so pro. It's an okay machine. It should have came out at $499 with right near 5.5, 6 teraflops of power, 4K out the ass, and it would have still sold. It would have been like, we have a Scorpio now. See ya, Microsoft, and we got everything. That $4.99 still would have been great. You'd be fantastic, but they didn't. So I'm right at 15 minutes. I don't know what's going on with Sony. I hate this fucking re-upping bullshit. I don't like it. I will never like it. I hate it, and I'm not going to support it. And I just don't want. It's just ruining the way consoles should be. So tell me what you think in the comments below, and somewhere down there's the subscribe button. If you enjoy this, please click subscribe and share this video. Follow me here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, ScrubbishFoss.com when I do anything retro, and 8bitkitty.com. Picky old gamer out.